Goodest morning. Goodest morning to everybody paying attention. My name is Silas. This is Silas Trades. It is 8:30 in the morning. As a professional trader, um, just 1 second. If you're not already, feel free to join the Discord. We're in there every single morning, giving out the sauce. Had 2 great days. I did trade yesterday. We made about 500. Today, what I'm doing is just gonna go over the strategy a bit. All right. Like I said, if you're not already, feel free to join the Discord. The link is in the description. As you can see, we did have some news come out this morning, fairly positive for the dollar. So when that occurred, and I was just in these sales. When that occurred, we did have dollar get a nice jump, and I mean it's already been in a bit of an upward trend, marking off support here and resistance on the dollar. So what I'm going to do is erase everything on gold and on NAS. And we're going to just start from the bare bones. And I'm going to show you how I go about what I call the solid strategy. As you can see every morning, I'm good morning to my students. Put on my disclaimer, I put out the solid strategy system for them to follow along with, as well as what I call the morning flow playlist. It's just some nice little playlist of music to help you get into your mode. But let's go over the solid strategy system. I have the morning flow here, which is just to help you in the morning before the market opens, get your mind right, become focused. And if you do this properly, you'll have your markups made before the market opens. You'll have your mindset ready before the market opens. You have your body in motion. You have your body activated. You want to ask yourself, where's your mindset? If you're foggy, you want to meditate. You want to focus until you're calm and focused. I need these arrows pointing back this way because if you're distracted, you need to get back to being focused. If you're rushing, you need to get back to being focused. But if you're distracted or rushing or foggy, you need to fix that before getting into the market. Getting some water and some deep breaths and getting your vitamins in, getting some push-ups, jumping jacks, doing a run, all helps clear the mind, gets the body activated, tells your body you're in a routine of things, and it helps you consistently. Then you know that this is just market readiness. You know that okay, when I do get in the market, I'm going to set my value, and if it's above, I'm most likely looking for buys. If it's below, I'm most likely looking for shorts. If it's within the middle, I'm most likely waiting for a catalyst to tell me which one I need to take. You're looking for bounces and breaks. As you can see here, we had like if you have a bounce, it's bouncing here going up, it's not breaking and continuing, it's bouncing. Or if you have a break, like here, you broke, came back up, and broke again. You're looking for those things when it comes to this strategy. And you just want to filter things out. You don't want to trade at open at 8:30 because it's a lot of sporadic action going on. You want to give time for the market to breathe. So these are all just guardrails and cautionary cautionary takes to do things so that your mind is ready. You know what you need to be doing when getting into the market. You know what you're looking for. You can set your goals, whether that's price, whether that's a monetary goal, whether that's simply executing the way you should. Then your position sizing. You might want to only go one or two contracts. You might want to go five or six. You might want to go higher than that. You want to make sure that you max your trades. One trade, two trades a day, maybe three. But you put that here. You're putting your mindset. You're telling your brain what you want from the jump. You have confluence reminders. You have your final check. Are you moving professionally? These are things that I have myself. I take all this very seriously. I have these things just as I have it for my students. I have the same. These are laminated, so I can mark on them and things like that. I take all these things extremely seriously. So The same things I have for my students, I have for myself. So, you have your learning mode. You're here to learn, to improve, and eventually move on from the class. Or there's people who will stay in it, and I have students who have been here with me from the beginning and are still learning. They're still putting what they're learning into their own strategies and whatnot. And eventually, you won't need me, but I'm always here. We're always learning these things. But this is a precautionary action and morning flow for my students, for myself, for anybody, just to get into that mode. And once you're there, it's for the beginning and the end. Once you're done with your day, you make sure you document it, close the charts, don't reopen them, don't get greedy. We're here to get the money and enjoy our day, right? So then we get to the workflow. We're going this step by step. As soon as it clears up a bit, I don't know why it's blurry like that. There we go. So we're gonna go do this step by step. Step number one: fundamental awareness. Check news, events, high impact news. Be aware of it. Be cautious. Understand what you want to do with it. We had news today at 7:30. We knew it was going to be good for the dollar. We knew that if that's at 7:30, we don't want to be trading. We want news to do what it's going to do, affect the market how it's going to affect it. It was good dollar news. Drove up price. If the dollar's going up, gold is going down. Simple. And that's pretty much the same way. Sure, you could have taken these sales if you were up there. If you wanted to do that, you can easily get in there, and I will show you how easily the solid strategy could have shown it to you. So we're just going to start with gold. We'll start with gold. So back to the strategy number two. Step number two: top down analysis, top down structure, marking your daily highs, hourly highs. This determines the bias and key reaction points. So if we go to the daily, we set the chart. We want to see where has in the day in this week has price failed to break above and failed to break below. We don't care about all the past. We care about this week, the last 5, 6, 7 days. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see all these wicks where price failed to jump. We have some points here. There's some points here. We're just gonna mark off right here. I like to do it with purple. So right now we're doing step number two, top down structure on the daily time frame. We could go 4, we could go 2, we could go 1, mark all that up, but I like to just go to the 1. We'll mark how far. So this is where step number 3 comes into effect. You can mark the daily lows as well, but I would prefer you do the key zones for your major and minor support zones, which is the same as what we just did for the daily. Where has price failed to break above, and where has price failed to break below? We're going to mark that with the top with a green box. Price has failed to break above here, right? So we're marking off that as resistance. Make it a little bit. Where the bottom is, where we failed to break below, we have now because of gold, because of news. We would have marked off here-ish with the red box, right? And that is our support. All right. Now, what is resistance and support? These are just reactionary zones at the end of the day. Price failed to break here. If you notice it continuing to happen, you could have sold back down to here, whereas there was another reactionary zone. Got your cash, got out. Now, when open happens is when we see a break of one of these occur, retest, and we follow it. With the daily lows and daily highs, we can use those as targets. We can also use points like here as a target, points where prices has equal highs, equal lows, or resistance areas here. To make that, if it was to break above, that's our TP. If it was to break below, we have this area like this. Or it could be a point. If price comes, that's our first TP. If it comes here, that's our second TP. If it comes here, it's our first TP. We might want to say this could be our second over here. and the daily high could be our third. As of right now, we're breaking support because we do have that good dollar news where people are now coming in. Volume is increasing. People see that good news and they're going with what the market is doing. Dollars going up, gold goes down. So we're going to see that sell pressure. Let's continue with our strategy. Now that we've got our zones, we've got a top-down analysis, and we're aware of news, we initially initiate our tool, the fixed range volume profile, which helps us find value area highs, mid-range or POC, point of concern, and our value area low. The value area itself is where price has been most contained, where the most money has been spent, right? And of course, we're aware of our timing. We don't trade at open. I'm waiting for 8:45. You can make plays beforehand if you see your setup conform, but it's just a cautionary thing for my students and for myself that you don't have to rush. A lot of good entries come after 8:45. Prime windows 8:45 to 10 a.m. And we usually get a flip sometimes 11, 12, maybe 10:30 where price has been going down for a long time, it'll start reversing. If it's been going up for a long time, it'll start reversing. So we're just aware of those things. So now that we have our markups, do our last step, step number 4, initiate our fixed range profile tool, which if you go over here, I have it saved already, but if you go here to the forecasting tools, you'll go down to volume based tools, and it's right here, the fixed range volume profile. Also, and you can put it anywhere. It'll tell you where from that point to where price is now, where volume has been spent the most. So if I put it here, it's going to tell me the criteria of volume from here to where price currently is. But we want to start at the beginning of our session with this, which is this dotted line going vertically. You'll go to settings, you'll go to events, and you'll turn on session breaks. Turn it off, the dotted line is gone. Turn it back on. There it is. That's the beginning of the session. I like to make it black. You can make it whatever color you prefer. We're going to turn that on, and we're going to put our fixed range volume profile edit. Doesn't have to be right on it before it. It'll put it where it needs to be. And now we have all of our markups made on the chart. I do have the volume indicator on. It's just the volume indicator and the POC indicator, which is this orange line going across the chart through our price, which just shows points of concern, places where price kind of came back to. It just helps. It's kind of a POC, like this yellow line here. It's kind of that throughout price, points of concern where you can be interested in. So with our setup complete, that's it. Our setup is complete. We've made every markup that we need to make. We know what news is coming. We've made our top-down structure so we know where price currently sits. We found our reactionary zones from the top to the bottom where price has bounced from the top to the bottom. We know where price is having a hard time finding direction. Currently, we've broken support and we've broken the value area low. According to our strategy, we are in a break and hold currently, not a bounce. Didn't bounce from here and go back up. Currently, we are in what looks to be bearish territory. Now, we could jump back up and continue down, but I am very bearish here on gold with this good dollar news and some of that ceasefire talk with the war, things like that. So NASDAQ, we'll do the exact same thing. And I'll show you how you could have capitalized on this sell at news. 30-minute time frame is my favorite. And I'm going to just start with from the top to the bottom, from the ruler to the tutor. We know news. We know what news is coming out. It's already came out. First step's gone. Top down. Go to the daily. And you don't have to always do this on it's Wednesday, so I don't have to do the daily like this. It's more so just showing us where price has been, where it's going. Put it there. All right. And giving us targets as well. So if we're going from before 7 o'clock, right? With it marked out. You can see it easily. Once you see that it's just the top and the bottom, you can mark it off so easily. We were just here. We're like, okay, that's bouncing here. We got wicks, wicks, wicks. It's in here, but it counts. So it will drop. Let me put the fixed range profile tool on. I don't like it there. Let me put it here. So from the beginning of the morning, we broke into the value area and filled it. It's another example. And just giving us a what? A break and a hold. Using your value area, you can make these as targets, or because if usually another rule you have, if it's within the value area, it's most likely to fill it. That's why we are value area traders. Value area gives us everything we need to know. And price is definitely dumping, which means gold. I mean, the dollar should be going up, but it's going down. Everything is selling off. As you can see here, gold, we're about to touch that TP from just making our markups. I've entered no trades. We are here at 8:45. I would like to sell gold. Let me put this trading view. No, 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 no. Why did that? Um, so basically, I'm just waiting a little bit. Um, no entries made. Great sales on Nasdaq. Great ones. All things that you can easily see with these markups. If I wasn't doing this live, I probably would have got in on that, but great sale. Let me share this link with my students real quick. Okay. Gold is about to hit that TP for sure. Beautiful sale on Nasdaq. Sheesh. A lot of this is off the back of news as well, though. See what happens. Could reverse. Profit, 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 profit. It's playing. See, I don't like news. I don't like news. I'm out of there. I don't like news. I'm finna give it some breathing room. I mean, yeah, that was the trade worked, yes, but I don't like what's going on with news right now. And volume. That's just kind of where it's at right now. I'm gonna wait for 9:30 on gold. Mm. Excuse me. We did get that little win. I want to sell Nas, but if it get back in this value area, mm, it's the news that got me thinking. We're gonna get us a little bit of time. Might wait for secondary open, which is like 9:30 ish. I'll let this news do what it do. That's why you need to be aware of news. Be aware of everything going on. If you're not already, like I said, get with the Discord. The link is in the description. These simple steps, this simple criteria helps you see the market so much clearer. Here go that jump. I said buy it, but whatever, man. Get a nice little reversal. But we're back within the value area. We are below this previous support, but the bitch want to jump. Mm-hmm. Sporadic. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a little time. Give it a little time. Look at that shit. Huge bounce. For what reason? News. Sporadic. I'll sell it. I'm gonna fuck around and sell it. Maybe not the best choice. Oh, we just turned bullish. Oh no. But I'm going with my strategy. Nothing too crazy. A little five. You see it, right? Y'all see this, right? Okay. Right, trippy. I see it. Uh-huh. Let's get 300. We're done. Like I said. Could have stayed in that too. All off the strategy. Just saying. I keep it real simple. These gurus are here. Hey, you need your Fibonacci's and you need your this and your no. You need make sure you put this on there and you make sure you got your fib circles and you nigga no. All that shit is unnecessary. Where has price been? Where is it acting like it wants to go? Where is it act like it can't go? Where is the most probable thing to happen? It's been diving. I'm going with that. It's been going up. I'm going with be smart. There's no need to overcomplicate this. Absolutely no need to overcomplicate this. I think how much did I make today? I don't want to put my whole. I can't put my account on the screen like that for y'all niggas like that. But let me see. I'm gonna put it in the Discord. I'll put it in the Discord later. I believe that's about 500 or 600. Let me hold on. Hold on. Let me check. We did that though. You know, called it real quick. Still plenty of time to trade, make more trades. I said I was gonna wait for 9 something, and we still have time to wait for that. I wanted that trade because I saw it. It just logged me off because I'm in my account. Yeah, about 500, 493.50, 493.50 on the day so far, using the solid strategy, man. Step by step, step by step. Get me in now, playing games. It's not even 9 o'clock. We've made $500. This Nasdaq sale that I was in about here. Let me put my execution marks back on so you can see exactly where I got in at. Got in here. Well, it's not showing exactly where it was, but we sold because of what our strategy is telling us, and made about five. I had made some trades earlier. I had made some trades pre-market, so I made like 200 during pre-market, and we just made three off that. So five so far for the day. Um, I'm not loving price action right now. I ain't gonna lie. I might put a gold buy in right here. Some small, some slight. It's 9 o'clock now, so manipulation is imminent. Be some sporadic movement here for the next few minutes. But I simply wanted to get in here and show you guys step by step how the strategy works, how easy it can be, how easy you can see this thing. It's very simple. I'll do it again and I'll do it quick. Take off all the drawings, right? Let me get I don't like the execution marks. Get the execution marks up off of there, right? Boom. Gold. We go to the 1 hour for our markups, right? Where's the highs? Right there. Where's the lows? Right there. All right. Here's where price currently is. Where is it having a hard time breaking above? That would be resistance, right? So let's mark that off. Highest wick, lowest wick. Sometimes the candle might get in there a little bit. That rhyme. Bars. Mark that off. It's the wrong color. Green, bitch. That's resistance. Whereas price seem to have a hard time breaking below. We talking about before open. A lot of wicks. Let's mark them hoes off. We use a red box for that. You know what I'm saying? It's just areas of reactionary points. Boom. Don't want to break. Wick up. Wick up. Wick down. Wick down. Wick up. Wick. 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 Where them wicks at? Boom. Now that we have when we know what price is, where has other wicks been? What do we have? What do we have? Equal highs or equal lows? We got some here. That could be a target point if it breaks above. That's why I put the little arrows. We above, boom. We below, cloom, right? We got some equal points here. We got those marked off already. We got some here. Little places just to be cautious of levels, right? If we break below, we got some stuff here. And we'll mark it red because it's below. We're marking it up visually for our brain's sake. And we already have this one marked off. But we can also go to the left, see where action has happened. Uh-oh. A little bit of something there. We mark it off. These are targets that we want to hit. And even if we don't, if we're right in our position and we see this shit already occurring, so if price is below here, it's most likely bearish. If price is going up here, it's most likely bullish. Now we have a bias. And we made all of our markups. And we're aware of what news is going on. We went to Forex Factory and saw that at 7:30, we're gonna have some news popping off. So we're aware of that. We just made our markups. We just made our key levels and zones. Only thing we haven't done is add this. We know what time we need to be aware of. We know that we're above, we're looking for longs. We know if we're below, we're looking for shorts. We know if we're bouncing off a point, if we're bouncing from the high, we're looking for some sales to the low because we're not moving yet. If that's what we want to do, if we're breaking above or below, that's an acceptance of a break and a hold. Either we're bouncing or we're breaking and holding. If we break, we're looking for a pullback and then get in. And then we're aware of our stop. We're putting stops just in case things don't go our way. We're not trading in the middle off of no confluence. If we're trading in the middle, we have a reason. We're not waiting for pullbacks. We're not anticipating, and we're not being emotional. Looking for structure, value, zones, reactions, and then we execute. This is all stuff that I've created for you off of what I've learned. Yes, you will lose money. Yes, you will be wrong. But if you follow the structure, a system, you won't feel bad when you're wrong. You'll have followed your skill set. You'll have managed your risk. And if you're wrong, you walk away. Go back to the morning flow. You're wrong. When you're done, document it, close the charts. Day is done. Review your stuff, take your notes, ask yourself questions, ask me questions. We understand that this is a gladiator sport mentally, right? So, as I said, we still got gold falling, but we done all our markups. We know what news is coming on. Last tool, fixed range volume profile. We put that wherever you might want to put it. You don't even have to put it at the session beginning. You can put it at 5 a.m. Give it some room. I would just put it here. Boom. Stretch it all the way over. Now you have your value area from the value area high, the mid range or POC, and the value area low. Simplistically, if we breaking above here, we already have. If we break below here, we already have two confluences. We've broken support, and we've broken the value area low. Now we've hit our target one, and we could possibly hit target two. We're definitely not about to jump right now. What to be aware of is price is either doing one of two things always. Price is either consolidating. Hold on. Price is either consolidated or it's trending or ranging, whatever you want to call it. I mean, range is consolidation. Trending is direction, right? We're doing one of the two. It's never anything else. Most of the time, you're gonna have, in a good trading day, you're gonna have. Let me see. Let's see here. Let me go to the past. Go to yesterday. Where's Nasdaq? Here's a good example. You're either going to have consolidation, which is where prices just sideways. That's what's first going to happen. You're going to have consolidation, trend or manipulation, and then distribution. Price is going to break out of consolidation either up or down. That's when manipulation occurs. So we had this consolidation all the day long. This is yesterday on NASDAQ. Consolidating, and boom. 8:30, 9 o'clock breaks out of consolidation. Now we have manipulation. End of the trading day, which is, it's not end of trading. Trading day is until 4, but for a good trader, you're done early. But with the rest of the day, you just have distribution. You have manipulation. Consolidation. Uh, Consolidation. Just so you understand that most likely in a trading day, you have those three things. Price breaks out of consolidation, gets hit with manipulation or directionary prowess. Now we're going like, okay, which way are we going to go, up or down? Broke below, continued below. Then at the end of the trading day, 11 o'clock, I always say that 11 o'clock flip, 10:30, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So between 10 and 12, you get that flip for distribution. All these things you will see the more and more you trade. It's simplistic. That's why what I've developed here with the solid strategy works so well. And as you can see, we're still selling on that. Gold jumped a bit. Got my students getting busy. Fantastic. But as you can see, price is still selling on gold. We had that consolidation. We got our manipulation. And we'll probably end up hitting here and then distributing back up. Possibly. Possibly. These are all things to take into account. Getting to it. Beautiful. So, that's it. It's a solid strategy. We just made 500 for the day. Could easily continue these sales. It's 909. I believe 930 might yield some more setups. Um, and you can see, we have our markups. Haven't changed anything. If gold continues to fall, I'm looking at this as a TP. Really looking at another reason for POCs. That indicator is for other areas of interest. I could use that area here as a POC, as a take profit. Um, and then of course the volume area. These are really the only indicators I use. I may use fair value gaps from time to time. And just as a confluence, as you can see, we were in sales. We have bearish fair value gaps. It's just more of a confluence. It just makes me say, okay, yeah, we are selling. We broke we broke support. That's one confluence. We broke the value area low. That's two confluences. If I turn on the fair value gaps, we have nothing but bearish here, here, here. That's three confluences. Even the break and retest is a confluence. So that's four confluences right there. Then we're in a bearish trend. That's five confluences. What else do I need to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're selling here? And then you also have the dollar should be going up It's going down now, but it's still in upward territory. But good dollar news means bad gold news, which more that's 6 confluences. We had that good dollar news come out. So there's a bunch of reasons that I have to sell gold, NAS as well, which is still you have a bearish fair value gap. We're within the value, but we did break this previous resistance off of news, and we did tap that value area low. We're getting a couple green fair value gaps, but I'm still pretty bearish on it. But like I said, as of right now, I'm not loving price action due to news. Um, if I was to continue trading, I would probably wait till 9:30 ish to see what price would be doing. But as of right now, I'm pretty much done. Gold is then continuing to sell. I might put something in there and let it ride. I'll put a buy limit, sell limit, maybe like right here with a TP of like I said, that area. But we seem to be getting a bounce here. You can get that consolidation, manipulation, and distribution at an earlier time. You never know. Gold can be tricky. I don't even like trading gold until 9 o'clock a lot of times. NAS is really the one that's been paying me out the best. But that's the solid strategy for you, man. We went through it step by step. Get the morning flow to just help you get your mind right, help you get your body right, understand what you need to be thinking about when looking at those charts mentally. You put that to the side. Like I said, I got mine printed out, laminated, not bullshitting here. Okay. We're taking it seriously this time around. I mean, we always taking it seriously, but this time we're going for those numbers, you know what I'm saying? So can't do too much with me being live right now, but that's pretty much all I got for the day. We're getting a little bit of a reversal. These might be better sell ops. So be on the lookout for that. This is because we're going up. If we don't break above, I would believe we would continue selling. Um, got your articles here to read up on, things like that. But if you're not already, feel free to join the Discord. The link is in the description. Like I said, I'm in there every single morning. I just dropped this YouTube that I'm doing right now in there. So got that morning flow playlist with some great tunes to listen to in the morning. Got crypto talking about Bitcoin. Let's see where Bitcoin sits right now. We actually are below 80,000. Good dollar news has dropped it. I will be trying to put some funds into that, making some more investments into the crypto space very soon. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a bounce here on our assets on gold and NAS, but we made our money. If we were up earlier, if I was on the chart earlier, I was getting ready for the live. Probably would have sold Nasdaq for a bigger bag, but we got what we wanted. Nice little $500 day. That's all I got for you folks. So if you're not already, like I said, join the Discord. Uh, in there every single day. Got the new guide. If you're just joining, telling you what trading is, what futures trading is, and why we trade it, and how to get started. All those good things. The system I use, how I get ready in the morning, and how I go about the charts. All created by me, waiting for you right here with Prime Education. So that's all I got for you today. Hope y'all have a good one. Hope you learned something. And I will see y'all next time.